Makkah, a city nestled in the arid valleys of Arabia, holds a unique place in the history of humanity. Its story is deeply entwined with the monotheistic faiths, tracing its origins back to the patriarch, Prophet Ibrahim, a.s., also known as Abraham. Ibrahim, along with his wife Hajar and their son Ismail, a.s., played a pivotal role in establishing Makkah as a sacred sanctuary. Ibrahim's life was marked by unwavering faith in God. He preached against idolatry and called people to worship the one true God. This message resonated with some, but it also earned him the ire of many, including his own people. God tested Ibrahim's faith on numerous occasions, each time strengthening his resolve and drawing him closer to the divine. One of the most significant tests came when God commanded Ibrahim to take Hajar and their infant son, Ismail, to the desolate valley of Makkah. Leaving his family in such a barren land, devoid of water and vegetation, was a difficult task. Yet Ibrahim obeyed the divine command without question. He left them with a small supply of dates and water, trusting in God's mercy and providence. With unwavering faith, Ibrahim left his beloved family in Makkah, a testament to his complete submission to God's will. This act of obedience would lay the foundation for the city's future, as a sacred center for millions across the globe. The story of Ibrahim, Hajar, and Ismail serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of faith, sacrifice, and trust in the divine plan. Ibrahim's journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual odyssey that would shape the course of history. His unwavering belief in God's plan, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, is a testament to the strength of his character and the depth of his faith. Hajar, too, displayed remarkable faith and resilience. Left alone in the harsh desert with her infant son, she did not despair. Instead, she ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa, seeking water for her thirsty child. Her perseverance was rewarded when the angel Gabriel, appeared and caused a spring of water to gush forth from the ground. This spring, known as Zamzam, continues to flow to this day, providing sustenance to millions of pilgrims who visit Makkah. The trials faced by Ibrahim and Hajar were not just tests of their faith, but also lessons for future generations. Their story teaches us that true faith requires trust in God's wisdom, even when his plans are not immediately clear. It reminds us that sacrifice and perseverance are integral to the spiritual journey. The legacy of Ibrahim, Hajar, and Ismail is evident in the rituals of Hajj, the annual pilgrimage to Makkah. Pilgrims retrace the steps of Hajar as they run between Safa and Marwa, and they drink from the Zamzam well, commemorating the divine provision that sustained her and her son. The story of Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail, in obedience to God's command, is also remembered during the festival of Eid al-Adha. These rituals serve as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of faith, sacrifice, and trust in God's plan. They connect millions of believers to the profound spiritual heritage of Prophet Ibrahim and his family. The foundation laid by Ibrahim in Makkah is not just a physical one, but a spiritual legacy that continues to inspire and guide people to this day. As we reflect on the story of Prophet Ibrahim, Hajar, and Ismail, we are reminded of the timeless values of faith, resilience, and obedience to God's will. Their journey, marked by trials and divine interventions, serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who seek to live a life of faith and devotion. The city of Makkah, with its rich history and spiritual significance, stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Prophet Ibrahim and his family. It is a place where the past and present converge, where the lessons of faith and sacrifice continue to resonate with believers from all corners of the world. The story of Prophet Ibrahim, Hajar, and Ismail is not just a historical account, but a living tradition that continues to inspire and guide millions of people. It is a story of unwavering faith, profound sacrifice, and divine providence, a story that will continue to be told and retold for generations to come. With unwavering faith, Ibrahim left his beloved family in Makkah, a testament to his complete submission to God's will. This act of obedience would lay the foundation for the city's future as a sacred center for millions across the globe. This act of obedience would lay the foundation for the city's future as a sacred center for millions across the globe. The story of Ibrahim, Hajar, and Ismail serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of faith, sacrifice, and trust in the divine plan. Hajar, alone in the vast, unforgiving desert with her infant son, soon found herself in dire straits. The endless expanse of sand stretched out before her, and the harsh reality of their isolation began to sink in. The meager supplies that Ibrahim had left behind dwindled rapidly, and the scorching desert sun beat down relentlessly, sapping their strength and hope. Each passing hour felt like an eternity as the oppressive heat took its toll. Fear and desperation gripped Hajar's heart as she watched her son grow weaker with thirst. The sight of her baby Ismail crying and parched was almost too much to bear. She knew she had to do something, anything to find water. In her despair, she ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa, desperately searching for any sign of water or life. The hills stood as silent witnesses to her frantic search, their rocky surfaces offering no solace. 7 times Hajar traversed the distance between the 2 hills, her maternal instincts driving her to seek sustenance for her child. Each journey was filled with hope and despair as she scanned the horizon for any glimmer of relief. Exhausted and on the verge of collapsing, she returned to Ismail, only to hear him cry out in distress. Her heart ached with the fear that she might not be able to save him. It was then, in her moment of utter helplessness, that a miracle unfolded. The heavens seemed to respond to her silent prayers, and the impossible became reality. Near Ismail's feet, the ground began to tremble, and a spring of fresh water gushed forth from the earth. The sight of the water was like a dream come true, a beacon of hope in the desolate landscape. Hajar, overwhelmed with joy and gratitude, cried out Zamzam, meaning stop flowing, in an attempt to contain the water. Her voice echoed with relief and amazement as she watched the life-giving water flow. The Zamzam well, a symbol of God's mercy and providence, continues to quench the thirst of millions of pilgrims to this day. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of faith and the miraculous ways in which divine intervention can manifest. The miraculous appearance of the Zamzam well was not just a source of physical sustenance but also a testament to God's unwavering support for those who place their trust in Him. It serves as a reminder that even in the most desperate of times, hope and faith can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Hajar's desperate search and unwavering faith became an integral part of Islamic tradition. Her story is a powerful example of resilience and the strength of a mother's love, inspiring countless generations. To this day, pilgrims retrace her steps between Safa and Marwa, commemorating her sacrifice and celebrating the divine mercy embodied in the Zamzam well. The ritual, known as Sa'i, is a profound act of devotion and remembrance, connecting the faithful to Hajar's enduring legacy. As Ismail grew, the valley surrounding the Zamzam well gradually transformed into a thriving oasis. The once barren and desolate land began to flourish thanks to the miraculous spring that had gushed forth at Ismail's feet. This transformation was nothing short of extraordinary, turning a lifeless desert into a vibrant and bustling community. Tribes drawn to the abundant water and fertile land began to settle in the area. The oasis became a hub of activity, attracting people from far and wide. These early settlers built homes, cultivated the land, and established a thriving community. The presence of water in such an arid region was a blessing that could not be ignored, and it laid the foundation for what would become one of the most significant cities in the world. Years later, Ibrahim returned to Makkah, his heart filled with longing for his son. The reunion between father and son was a moment of immense joy and gratitude. Ibrahim had been away for many years, and seeing Ismail again was a blessing he had longed for. This reunion was not just a personal joy but also a significant moment in the history of Makkah. It was during this visit that God commanded Ibrahim to build the Kaaba, the first sanctuary dedicated to the worship of the one true God. This divine command was a pivotal moment, marking the beginning of a sacred mission. Ibrahim, with unwavering faith, accepted this task, knowing that it was a divine decree that would shape the future of Makkah and the entire region. Following divine guidance, Ibrahim and Ismail erected the Kaaba, a simple cube-shaped structure, using stones from the surrounding hills. The construction of the Kaaba was a labor of love and devotion. Each stone was carefully placed, and with every action, they reaffirmed their commitment to fulfilling God's command. The simplicity of the structure belied its profound significance. With each stone laid, they reaffirmed their commitment to monotheism, establishing a sacred space where people could gather to worship God alone. The Kaaba was not just a physical structure, it was a symbol of their unwavering faith and dedication. It represented a place where all could come together, regardless of their background, to worship the one true God. The Kaaba, meaning cube in Arabic, was to be a symbol of unity, a place where all could stand as equals before their Creator. This simple yet profound structure was designed to be a focal point for worship, a place where people could come together in unity and devotion. The Kaaba's significance extended beyond its physical form. It was a beacon of faith and a testament to the power of monotheism. Upon its completion, Ibrahim raised his hands in prayer, dedicating the Kaaba to God and imploring him to make Makkah a secure and thriving city. His prayer was a heartfelt plea for the well-being of the city and its inhabitants. He asked for God's blessings to be upon Makkah, making it a place of peace, prosperity, and spiritual significance. He prayed for the well-being of its inhabitants and for all those who would visit it, seeking his blessings. Ibrahim's prayer was not just for his time but for all future generations. He envisioned Makkah as a sanctuary for all who sought God's grace, a place where people could find solace and spiritual fulfillment. This act marked the establishment of Makkah as the holiest city in Islam. The construction of the Kaaba and Ibrahim's prayers set the foundation for Makkah's spiritual significance. It became a city that would draw millions of pilgrims from around the world, all seeking to connect with their faith and the divine presence that the Kaaba represented. Over the centuries following its establishment, Makkah flourished as a center for trade and commerce. Caravans laden with spices, incense, and textiles traversed the Arabian Peninsula, making their way to the bustling markets of Makkah. The city's strategic location along these trade routes brought prosperity and attracted merchants from far-flung lands. As Makkah prospered, its spiritual landscape underwent a gradual transformation. The purity of Ibrahim's monotheistic message became diluted over time. Influenced by their pagan neighbors, the people of Makkah began to associate other deities with God. Idols representing various gods and goddesses found their way into the Kaaba, and polytheistic practices became intertwined with the original Abrahamic faith. Despite this drift towards polytheism, the Kaaba continued to hold a special significance for the Arab tribes. They considered it a sacred site and performed pilgrimages annually, circumambulating the Kaaba and offering sacrifices to their idols. However, the true spirit of Ibrahim's message, the worship of one God, had become obscured by layers of idolatry and superstition.